WD-40. It's in almost every garage, but here's the secret. Most people only use 10% of what it can actually do. This little blue can has over 2,000 verified uses, yet mechanics only whisper about the ones that save you hundreds in repair bills. From silent fixes to tricks that reverse rust, revive engines, and even outsmart corrosion, these aren't your regular hacks. These are the trade secrets hidden behind workshop doors. Stay tuned, because Trick 11 is so effective. Some shops actually forbid using it. Trick 19. Revive dead spark plugs. You twist the key, and all you get is a click, or maybe a weak cough from the engine. No roar, no spark, just silence. Before you panic and call a tow truck, here's the truth. It's probably not your battery. 9 times out of 10, moisture has crept into your spark plug wells, killing your ignition. Rain, humidity, or even a quick engine wash can leave trapped water short-circuiting your spark. Pop the hood, grab your WD-40, and spray directly into the plug wells and over the ignition coils. The formula drives out every drop of moisture, coats the metal, and restores clean conductivity. Wait a minute, then turn the key again. Your engine will roar back to life like it never failed you. If you live in a humid or coastal area, make this a monthly habit. A quick spray keeps your ignition dry, prevents misfires, and saves you from an expensive tow. Trick 18. Stop battery corrosion. Battery corrosion is one of those slow killers you never notice until it's too late. It starts as a faint greenish crust on the terminals, then slowly spreads, eating away at your connections and strangling the flow of electricity. One morning you turn the key, and nothing happens. Instead of blaming the battery itself, here's what to do. Spray WD-40 directly on the corroded terminals and watch it start to bubble and loosen the grime. Wipe it off with a clean cloth, then give the terminals another light coat. The formula not only dissolves existing corrosion, but also creates a thin, protective barrier that keeps moisture and acid vapors out. Your battery breathes easier, your starts get stronger, and your cables stay cleaner for months. It's the quiet fix every mechanic uses before they hand back your car saying, "Everything's fine now." Trick 17. Free stuck bolts without heat. You've got a bolt that refuses to move. You twist harder, and all you hear is the wrench groaning back at you. Rust has fused it solid, and most people reach for heat or brute force, but that's where damage begins. Instead, grab your WD-40. Spray it directly onto the rusted threads and let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes. The formula seeps deep into microscopic gaps, breaking the corrosion bond at a molecular level. When you return, that bolt will turn like it was never seized at all. No flames, no snapped bolts, no stripped heads, just smooth movement. This trick works wonders on exhaust bolts, battery clamps, or suspension nuts that haven't budged in years. Mechanics often pretend it's skill, but it's really chemistry. And now, you've got the same weapon in your hands. Trick 16. Temporarily silence squeaky belts. You're idling at a stoplight when a high-pitched squeal starts echoing from under the hood. Heads turn, and you wish you could sink into your seat. That's not a dying animal. It's your serpentine belt crying out. It happens when dust, grime, or humidity causes the belt to slip over the pulleys, and it's one of the most embarrassing car sounds out there. Before spending money on a new belt, reach for your WD-40. With the engine off, give the belt and pulleys a light, even mist. When you start the car again, the screech disappears like magic. WD-40 breaks down residue and restores smooth traction, letting the belt glide in silence. It's not a permanent fix, but it's the fastest way to confirm whether the problem is tension, alignment, or just dirt. And the best part? It saves you a trip to the shop just to stop a scream. Trick 15. Restore cloudy headlights. Headlights turning yellow and cloudy isn't just an eyesore, it's a safety hazard. That haze scatters your light beam, cutting visibility by nearly half and making night drives feel like peering through fog. But here's the secret. You don't need an expensive restoration kit. Grab your WD-40 and spray a generous coat over the headlight lens. Wipe it in circular motions with a clean microfiber cloth. Instantly, the fog lifts and the surface regains that clear, glassy shine. The The formula fills microscopic cracks and repels moisture, creating a smooth, reflective layer that improves light output. It's not a permanent fix, but it's perfect before a night drive or a quick car sale. Mechanics use it as a fast detail trick before handing over cars. Now you know how to bring your headlights back to life in seconds. Trick 14. Unstick frozen car locks and doors. You step out on a frosty morning, coffee in hand, only to find your car door won't budge. You pull harder. Nothing. The locks are frozen solid, trapping you outside while the engine sits cold inside. Here's where WD-40 becomes your winter lifesaver. Spray it directly into the keyhole and around the door seals, then wait a few seconds. The formula drives out moisture and lowers the freezing point inside the mechanism, melting away trapped ice almost instantly. Gently try the handle again. It'll pop open like magic. Even better, a light pre-winter coating keeps locks and seals from freezing in the first place. Mechanics do this before returning cars from cold storage, and now, so can you, without breaking a sweat or a handle. If you're still watching, you're clearly someone who loves taking care of your car the smart way. So do yourself a favor. Hit that like button and subscribe right now. It tells YouTube you care about real fixes, not gimmicks, and it helps us keep bringing you more secrets mechanics don't want you to know. Trick 13. Bring back wiper efficiency. Rain's pouring, you flick on your wipers, and instead of a clean sweep, you get streaks, smears, and chatter across the glass. It's not just annoying, it's dangerous. Wiper blades lose their grip over time as dust, oil, and road film build up, turning smooth rubber into sticky grit. Before you rush to replace them, reach for your WD-40. Spray a small amount on a microfiber cloth and wipe along the length of each blade. Then clean the windshield as well. The formula dissolves residue, restores flexibility, and lets the blades glide effortlessly again. You'll notice the difference immediately. Crisp, silent wipes and crystal clear visibility even in heavy rain. It's the same quick trick detailers use before handing back a new-looking car. Only now, it's your secret weapon every time the skies open up. Trick 12. Eliminate dashboard creaks and interior squeaks. You're cruising down the road, and suddenly, that faint rattle from the dashboard starts again. Soft, persistent, and maddening. It's not a major issue, but it feels like your car's mocking you every mile. The culprit? Dry plastic joints rubbing together as the cabin flexes. Here's how to silence them like a pro. Spray a bit of WD-40 on a clean microfiber cloth, never directly on the dash, and wipe along the seams, vents, and plastic meeting points. The formula lubricates those contact edges, reducing friction and conditioning the material at the same time. Within seconds, the squeaks disappear, leaving your interior calm and quiet. As a bonus, it restores a subtle sheen to plastic trims without leaving a greasy residue. Mechanics and detailers do this before delivery. Now you can enjoy that same new car silence every time you drive. Trick 11. Loosen rusted fuel caps. Ever twisted your fuel cap and felt it fight back like it's welded shut? That's not just stubbornness, it's corrosion at work. Constant exposure to fuel vapors, moisture, and road grime causes the metal threads and rubber seals to seize up over time. Here's the quick fix. Grab your WD-40 and give the cap's edges and threads a firm spray. Let it sit for a few minutes to work its way in, then twist gently. You'll feel it break free smoothly without tearing the seal or cracking the cap. Wipe off the excess and apply another light coat to keep it from rusting again. The WD-40 not only loosens corrosion, but also lubricates the threads, preventing future sticking. This is the same simple step mechanics use before telling you your cap was fine. And now, you won't have to wait for them to free it next time. Trick 10. Protect electrical connections. Moisture and electricity don't mix. And when they meet under your hood, it's a recipe for disaster. Corrosion on your wiring connectors, sensors, or fuse terminals can cause random warning lights, misfires, or even total engine shutdowns. But here's the move mechanics quietly swear by. Before the rainy season hits, disconnect each plug and give it a light mist of WD-40. The formula drives out trapped moisture and coats the metal pins with a thin, non-conductive film that blocks humidity and salt corrosion. Reconnect everything and wipe off the excess. Those fragile electrical joints will now resist oxidation and stay clean far longer. It's preventive magic. One quick step that keeps your car's entire electrical system breathing easy, rain or shine. Trick 9. Remove sticker residue. You finally peel off that old bumper sticker or inspection tag, only to find a sticky mess left behind. Gray, tacky, and impossible to remove. Scraping only makes it worse, spreading the goo everywhere. Here's the clean fix. Grab your WD-40 and spray directly on the residue. Let it sit for about 30 seconds to break down the adhesive bonds. Then, wipe it away with a microfiber cloth and watch it slide right off without effort. The formula dissolves even aged glue without damaging paint or glass. Use it on windows, badges, or even stubborn tape marks. It works like a charm. Mechanics use this before handing over cars after service, leaving them spotless. Now you can do the same, and your car will look cleaner than it did the day that sticker went on. Trick 8. Clean and protect engine bays. Pop the hood, and years of grime, grease, and road dust stare back at you. It's one of the dirtiest parts of any car, and most people are afraid to touch it. But here's the secret to a clean, showroom-worthy engine bay. After wiping down the surfaces with a damp cloth, lightly mist WD-40 over plastic covers, hoses, and metal parts. Wipe off the excess and step back. Instantly, everything looks refreshed, darker, shinier, and cleaner. But it's not just about looks. WD-40 forms a thin, protective film that repels moisture and prevents corrosion, keeping your engine bay clean longer. It's the final touch detailers rely on before a sale or show, and it takes less than 5 minutes to pull off that professional finish yourself. Still here? That means you're serious about keeping your car running like new. And that's exactly the kind of driver we make these videos for. Go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss a single money-saving trick. Every click helps us share more real garage wisdom with you. Trick 7. Prevent tools from rusting. Your tools tell your story. Every wrench and socket holds years of use, but rust doesn't care. Leave your set in a damp garage, and by morning, that orange film begins to creep across the steel. Here's how to stop it cold. Spray a thin coat of WD-40 on all metal tools before storing them. Wipe away the excess with a rag, leaving just a slight sheen. The formula creates a protective barrier that locks out air and moisture, preventing oxidation. Next time you grab your wrench, it'll be as smooth as the day you bought it. Mechanics do this religiously at the end of every shift, and it's the reason their tools last decades without rusting out. Trick 6. Stop door hinge creaks. That slow, painful squeak when you open your door isn't just annoying. It's the sound of metal grinding against metal, slowly wearing away. Instead of ignoring it or reaching for heavy grease, here's what to do. Aim your WD-40 straw nozzle right at the hinge joints and give each one a short spray. Move the door back and forth a few times to let the lubricant work in. Instantly, the noise disappears, replaced by smooth, silent motion. WD-40 reduces friction and leaves behind a clean film that shields against moisture and rust. It's the difference between a car that sounds neglected and one that whispers quality every time the door opens. Trick 5. Keep rubber seals fresh. Rubber seals are your car's invisible guardians, keeping out dust, water, and wind. But over time, they dry out, crack, and start letting in noise and leaks. Before that happens, take a few minutes with your WD-40. Spray a small amount on a clean cloth and wipe along the weather stripping around doors, windows, and the trunk. The formula restores elasticity, conditions the rubber, and prevents it from sticking in heat or freezing in cold weather. You'll notice doors closing softer and seals lasting years longer. It's one of those maintenance secrets mechanics swear by but rarely mention. Simple, fast, and quietly powerful. Trick 4. Restore chrome shine. Chrome is supposed to sparkle, but after months of rain, road salt, and dust, it turns dull and lifeless. You run your fingers over it and feel the roughness of rust starting to creep in. Don't panic, and don't reach for harsh abrasives that can scratch the finish. Just grab your WD-40. Spray it generously over the chrome surface, bumpers, exhaust tips, or trim, and let it sit for a few seconds. Then wipe it down with a soft microfiber cloth. Instantly, that faded metal comes back to life, smooth and mirror bright. The WD-40 dissolves oxidation, lifts grime, and leaves behind a thin protective coating that shields against future rust. It's the same secret used by detailers to make old chrome gleam like showroom new. One spray, one wipe, and your reflection will thank you. Trick 3. Clean rusty license plate screws and edges. Rusty license plate screws might seem minor, until you try to remove them and they snap in half. Over time, rain, road salt, and moisture eat into the metal, spreading corrosion that stains the plate edges and even the bumper. Before that happens, grab your WD-40. Spray directly onto the screws and around the rusty edges, letting it soak for a few minutes. You'll see the rust begin to loosen almost immediately. Wipe the area clean with a cloth or gently brush it with an old toothbrush to lift off the remaining residue. The metal will look refreshed and, more importantly, protected. WD-40 leaves behind a thin, invisible shield that keeps moisture out and stops new rust from forming. It's a small detail, but it makes your car look cleaner, your screws last longer, and your license plate stay rust-free, the kind of finish that separates a car owner from a car lover. Trick 2. Stop rust on brake rotors after washing. You finish washing your car, and by the next morning, a thin orange film creeps across your shiny brake rotors. That's flash rust. It forms within hours when bare metal meets moisture. It looks ugly, causes squeaky braking, and can shorten rotor life over time. Here's how to stop it. After drying your car, lightly mist WD-40 over the rotor surfaces, just enough to coat, not soak. Spin the wheel by hand to spread it evenly, then wipe off any excess. The formula displaces leftover moisture and leaves a thin protective film that keeps rust from forming. The next time you hit the brakes, there'll be no squeal, no grind, just smooth, clean stops. It's a detailer's secret before storing cars for long periods. And now, it's your trick to keep rotors spotless and ready to roll. Trick 1. Shine and protect alloy wheels. Alloy wheels take a beating. Brake dust, tar, and road grime cake onto the surface, dulling that factory shine. Washing helps, but within days, the gray haze creeps back. That's where WD-40 steps in. After cleaning your wheels, spray a light coat over the surface and wipe it evenly with a microfiber cloth. Instantly, the finish brightens, and a slick protective layer forms. This barrier repels dust, water, and dirt, making your next wash twice as easy. Even better, it prevents corrosion around lug nuts and in those hard-to-reach crevices. It's the secret final touch body shops use before handing over a new car. That deep metallic gleam that turns heads before you've even left the driveway. Now you know that blue can of WD-40 isn't just a lubricant. It's a mechanic in a can. If you learned something new today, hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. Don't forget to subscribe for more simple, shop-proven fixes that keep your ride in top shape. And before you go, check out our next video, Easy Car Reset Tricks, that fix 95% of problems for free. Drop a comment below if you've tried any of these WD-40 hacks, and tell us which one saved your day.